Welcome to podcast 25 in the series of Who Let the Master Out. In this episode, we're going to talk about our awareness of fear. And what I mean by that is how we can step out of fight or flight and actually witness our fear. Doing this, we develop a courage to feel our fears, flow through them, and we get to see the roots, those igniters of the fear. And in doing so, we're able to release our attachment to those things that we are using to define our worth. After all, this whole journey of coming back from fear is all about our self-worth. Back home, where we come from, is a place where we understand a lot about how priceless we are. And then we come here to a place that challenges our worth in order for us to understand more about who we are by seeing who we are not. And this amazing world of opposites and contrasts creates a beautiful black and white portrait of a piece of who we are. We get to understand ourselves more through that journey. We have requested that life get our attention when we aren't listening to those deep chords of unconditional love within us. We want it to wake us up out of our slumber. So when things become ludicrous, consider it a subtle reminder to snap out of fear and come back to the true you. Be stubborn about it, and guess what? Those reminders just get a little bit louder and a little bit louder and a little bit louder. And I know this from experience. But, we have to look at it that it's not a punishment. We asked for these reminders. Now, because we're these beings made up of energy, our energy does flow where we focus, and it also attracts things and circumstances to us. And the more that we can distinguish between what is of fear and what is of unconditional love, the more we can make conscious choices about how and where we want to expend our energy. We can question why we desire something. What is at the root of this desire? Do we feel we're lacking something or we're lacking someone? Why do we believe we need this thing or person in our lives? When I questioned my need to have someone in my life, I got to face the belief that I wasn't whole without that special one. I've been told that someone was going to complete me and make my life whole. When I believed that, I spent so much of my time trying to find the perfect mate to fill in the gaps. I thought that I was having pieces of myself that were empty. Who I wasn't enough. And then I felt that there were these empty pieces in my life, these empty holes in my life that needed to be filled by something external. But upon investigating all those beliefs, the truth was revealed that I was totally fine by myself. I am fulfilled and in need of nothing because I have everything I need right here in my heart. I have an overabundance of unconditional love for myself resting inside this huge heart that we are all given. What more do I need? I can also look at what excuses I have for not feeling happy. What expectations do I have on myself, others, and the universe, that they're not being fulfilled? How long is that list of conditional love laws that I have? You look at what needs to happen in my life in order for me to feel worthy of love. when I investigate that long list of conditions, it becomes clearer to me that the source of these rules of the game have all come from outside of me. I took them all in as I was growing up. They were thrown at me, and I made them my own. But that is powerful, because it is I who adapted them to my life. It is also I that have the power to erase them from my beliefs about my life. We can find out what is swirling around inside us and change our habits if we wish to. We can reverse the impact of external things on our lives. Gratitude can become our new practice, focusing on who we are instead of who we aren't brings in powerful, unconditional love energy. At first, there could be feelings of guilt that we're being selfish for choosing the lives we want instead of what we think everyone else wants for us. But try to remember that the greatest gift you can give the world is a healthy you. You get to be full. Others get to have your overflow. You will eventually find yourself giving unconditional love without all those strings attached, instead of giving with expectations based on the fear of rejection. So have courage, my dear. You have never been less. It's all just been pretend. Next episode, we're going to talk about sitting still. But until then, break that cycle. Be free. Be big. Because we are giants in a world of giants who have been taught that we're weak and that we're small. It's time to rise. It's time to let your master out.